Hey there! I was trying to find my little holder that my phone sits on because I didn't want to hold my phone. And someone in my family has taken it. Oh, it's right here. It was behind. The reason why I was a few minutes late is I spent 5 minutes searching and scouring my office so that I didn't have to have anything in my hands. And I went through all my drawers and it was behind my picture frame. So glad I got up one last time to look at it. That's why it took me a few extra minutes to get on here. I will make this quick, all right? I'm doing this in lieu of our team call today because I know many of you are trying to get ready to go to Leaders Retreat, as am I. And sometimes it's fun to just sort of switch things up and do something a little bit different. So I'm doing something a little bit different this week. This is our team call for the week. Tag your teams here. Tell them to come check out the replay if you find this to be valuable. What I was thinking about over the weekend that I wanted to share with you is the emotion relief. And I know I've talked to you about this before on a team call months and months and months ago, like back in the fall. And one of the things I've posted about on my coaching page, Emily Gibson Coaching, over on Instagram, it's just at Emily Gibson Coaching. I did a post about how to avoid seeking relief, right? Because relief is an emotion that feels really good, right? Like think about times where you feel relieved and how amazing that feels. Like, for example, the first thing that came to mind was when I had a baby, right? And there's all this pain. Now, I did not have natural childbirth. I had an epidural, but my first baby, I was 41 weeks, so I was overdue by a week. And they would not let me get my epidural until I had progressed enough because they were worried it would end in a C-section. We were trying to avoid that, right? So I had to have Pitocin contractions, and they kept upping my Pitocin, upping my Pitocin, upping my Pitocin. So much so that it was just, I had no breaks between contractions. It was just like constant pain for 2 hours. And I remember the nurse being like, oh, you poor thing, because it was just so intense, like more intense than if I would have just gone into labor naturally, because it was, synthetic drug to make me go into labor. And I'll never forget the feeling when they finally said, you can have your epidural. And I didn't feel relief at that point, right? I was like, thank the Lord, get it to me now. I've never wanted to use so many swear words ever. And the anesthesiologist came in and gave me the epidural. And the minute that it started working, relief flooded my body. And I remember just sort of like being in this euphoric daze because it went from like severe pain, nonstop pain for 2 hours to just totally gone. And I remember looking up at the anesthesiologist. His name was Kyle. I don't remember the name of any. I had 4 babies in the same hospital. I don't remember the name of the anesthesiologist for any of my other births because they were much easier. But with my first, it was Kyle. And I remember looking up at him and saying, I want to kiss you right now. Do you get that a lot? And he laughed and he said, yes, and sometimes they do. And I said, well, if I didn't feel so good laying here in this bed, I would kiss you right now, because the feeling of relief was so amazing, right? And then I was like, I don't even need to have a baby anymore. Like, this is great. I'll just lay here forever and ever and ever, right? And I want you to think about how good relief feels. And how when this business gets hard, when you've posted, you've sent the messages, you've come to all the team calls, and all you're feeling is frustration, and you know that in order to get that frustration feeling to go away, you could just quit and you would feel instant relief. Instant. And your brain knows how good that would feel. Because it actually thinks you're dying feeling frustration, because negative emotion, your brain, because you have this lower brain from our caveman days, and then you have your higher, more evolved prefrontal cortex, right? Highest, most smart brain that ever lived on planet Earth. Prefrontal cortex. You're a genius. No matter what your IQ is, you have a prefrontal. You're sitting here watching this right now. It means you have a prefrontal and you're a genius, right? And then you have this lower brain that's like still programmed from the caveman days that negative emotion means death, right? So that's why we stayed in our cave, because there was a lion outside trying to eat us, but the lion's gone. There's nothing out there. No, I mean, maybe some of you have some wild animals on your property, but for the most part, we can walk out our front door and we don't need to be afraid of being eaten by an animal, right? And so your brain still thinks that negative emotion means death though. So when you're feeling frustration in your business because you've sent cold messages, you've reached out, you've posted, you've been shut down, they've told you no, you enrolled someone, they quit, any number of things that happens in our business, right? Your brain feels frustrated or anxious or sad or shame. A lot of times you'll feel shame when someone tells you no, or maybe they say, oh, I can't believe you're just such a horrible person. I can't believe you're messaging me about this, right? Shame, instant shame, or whatever the negative emotion is. It could be different on any day. It could be multiple ones at once because you're thinking multiple things about what they've just said to you or what you think is happening, which is all just a made up story. But when you have those negative emotions, your brain thinks death, and so it wants to fix it right away, and it knows the easiest way is to get to a positive emotion is to quit. And so what I want you to be aware of is that while quitting might bring instant relief, it will not fix the problem. Why did you want to start this business? Why are you working so hard to do this? Why are you using your time to message people? Why are you posting about this? Why are you not posting about this? Are you trying to avoid negative emotion and that's why you're not posting about it because it makes you uncomfortable? Facebook Lives, posting in your main feed, posting in your stories, why are you avoiding it? Or why are you wanting to stop doing it, right? It's all because just the only reason why is you're trying to avoid negative emotion, right? And so what I want to leave with you today, this message today, is that if you have quit, or if you are thinking it would be so easy if I just quit, or maybe it's not even, maybe it's sort of like that like slow heating up of the frog in the pot, you know, like they tell the story in church all the time, right? Where you're like, oh, a frog in a boiling pot of water. If you put the frog into the boiling water, it hops right out. But that slow road to hell, you know, like they put you in the cold water and then they slow you, heat you up, and all of a sudden you're dead in the pot of water, right? It's like, it's this like slow thing of like, oh, I'm just not going to come to the team call this week, or oh, I'm just not going to send out a new message, or oh, I'm just not going to enroll someone this month. I'm just taking this week off. I pushed myself really hard at the end of last month, and I think I'm just going to take off this week, right? It's that slow warming of the pot, and your brain slowly is like, oh, relief just feels so good. I just want to stay in this feeling of relief. I don't really want to go back to feeling uncomfortable. I'm feeling really uncomfortable right now in my business because I'm growing it. I'm feeling really uncomfortable in my coaching business right now because I'm growing it. And every morning I wake up in discomfort and my brain says to me, why are we doing this? Let's just be happy. We have plenty of money, which is, I think, one of my most dangerous thoughts that my brain entertains on a daily basis, which you might be entertaining that same thought. And I would dare say that it might be one of your most dangerous thoughts to your success if you're thinking it as well and if you're entertaining it as well. So every morning when I wake up and my brain goes, why are we working so hard? Why don't we just not try so hard? We have plenty of great leaders. We've built an amazing Plexus empire. Why are we trying to create another business for coaching? Why are we trying to get Sean to Diamond? Why are we even doing any of this? We have plenty of money. Why do we even need this? And my brain, instantly what I tell it is because we want to. Because we want to. There was a point where you decided that you wanted to do this in some way or another. You wanted to make $307 when you started, or you wanted to make $1,000 a month, or you wanted to be Emerald and earn the car and come with us to Hawaii or wherever we're going on any given year. You wanted it. And then your brain is going to try and talk you out of it until you reach that goal. And when you reach that goal, you will feel relief. And what I want to tell you is you can feel relief right now you don't even have to quit to feel relief. So in those moments when you feel like, oh my gosh, quitting, like when I wake up every morning and I'm like, I don't want to push myself to do this. This is so uncomfortable. I don't like this. I just want to like do nothing with my day today. And I'm like, no, we want to do this. We wanted to do this. We said we wanted to do this, so we're going to do this. So come on, let's go. Come on, Emily, let's go. And I just want to show you that even me, I am uncomfortable every day when I am growing a business. When I am growing a team, I'm uncomfortable. And I just tell myself, and it's totally fine, because it is. And I remember the first time I got my team to Diamond, I was uncomfortable the whole time, right? But what I know now that I didn't know then is that my thoughts create my feelings. And so I can quit and feel relief right now, which I'm not willing to do, or I can just feel relief right now by choosing a different thought. And I don't even have to quit. I can say, we can just feel relieved right now. How are we gonna feel when we achieve our goal? When I have 1,000 members in my coaching program, when Sean is Sapphire, when Sean is Diamond, how am I gonna feel? I'm gonna feel relieved. Okay, what am I gonna be thinking that's gonna help me feel relieved at that point? The answer that my brain gave me this morning was, we did it. And so I thought, okay, well, today I need to think like that version of me that has 1,000 members in my program, that has Sean, Sapphire, and Diamond. I have to think like that girl then, now, to get to her in the future. And so what I'm doing for myself every day is, I don't believe that we've done it yet. So I can't say, we did it, we did it, we did it. That doesn't work. My brain's like, liar, that's not even true. So what I'm saying instead is my brain's like, why are we doing this? Let's just quit now. Let's feel relief right now. And I'm like, I can totally feel relief anytime I want. I can feel frustrated right now, and it's totally fine, totally normal, not dying, everything's fine. Plenty of food in the fridge. I can eat anytime I want, right? Like, I'm fine. And we can also quit anytime we want, but we're not going to quit today because I want to do this. I believe in these things. I want to do these things. I want to help these people, right? And if I want to feel relief right now, what's a thought that I can choose to feel relief right now when I'm feeling frustrated? The answer that my brain gave me was, we're doing this. We're doing this. And when I get there, I will say, we did this. And when I say we did this, when Sean is Sapphire and Diamond, and I have 1,000 members in my coaching community, I'm going to feel relief. And I'm going to think, we did it. And I'm going to feel relief. And I can feel that version of me right now with the thought, we're doing this. And we're going to feel a little frustration and we're going to feel uncomfortable, but we're doing this. And if I want to feel relief right now, it's not required of me to quit to feel relief, which so many of us, our brains just go straight to just quit. We can feel relief right now. We don't have to wait till we achieve our goal. We can just quit on our goal. We didn't really want to do it anyway. Lies. If you set the goal, then you wanted to do it. You don't need to quit to feel relief. Beware of it. Beware. Be onto yourself. Don't give up so easy. You can feel relief right now and you don't even have to quit to feel it. It's not the quitting that is helping you feel relief. It's the thought of, we don't have to do this anymore, that is giving you the feeling of relief. So what you can tell yourself instead, if you're feeling like this is so uncomfortable, I don't know how long I can do this, I want you to tell yourself things like, yeah, we could totally quit tomorrow if we want to, but we really wanted to do this. We love what these products have done for us. We love what the financial part of this has done for us. We want to keep telling people about this, and they're going to tell us no. And we're going to have to search for those people that are ready to hear this. But we want to do this. We're doing this. Let's go. And brain, it's fine. If you want to feel frustrated and have a temper tantrum and tell us we can't do this, that's fine. Are you done yet? Settle down, brain. Everything's fine. We can feel relief right now if we want to because we're doing this. And it's totally fine. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope that this was helpful to you. Tag your teams if you feel like this is something you want them to hear. I love you so much. Hope you have the most wonderful day, and I hope this resonated with you. Bye.